to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free.
Welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited for today's video because it is my first video in honor of Halloween, which is so exciting. I've had a ton of requests for videos on makeup looks for Disney princesses and like Tinkerbell and the fairies, so I went with the request that I had the most, which was Elsa from Frozen. And I thought that this would be a perfect makeup look because Elsa is a very popular character right now, so I figured a lot of people would enjoy seeing this look. So I got my little French braid, which my friend Bridget did for me in cosmetology school today. So shout out to Bridget, girl. My hair looks phenomenal. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this makeup look. I really liked creating it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I also wanted to mention to you guys that I do have a Facebook page, so you can go to my Facebook page. I will have the link down below. It's facebook.com/Miss Danny Lloyd. My Instagram and my Twitter is Miss Danny Lloyd, so you guys can follow me there. I'm always on social media. And yeah, that is just the easiest way to interact with me. So yeah, without further ado, here is the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. A magical day, and I'll talk to you guys later. So basically I'm just going to start with my basic everyday foundation routine. So I always start off with my toner, and I've been using this toner from Lush, and it's called the this Roma water. And I'm still getting used to my new camera, so I'm sorry if things go in and out of focus, but that is the toner that I've been using. Okay, so I go ahead and just do a couple of spritz of that and just kind of wait for it to dry a little bit. Lovely. Then I use my moisturizer, and I've been using the Yes to Cucumber Soothing Daily Calming Moisturizer, and I just apply this all over my face and on my neck. You're going to want your makeup to last all night or all day, whatever kind of day it is. If you're going to an event or trick-or-treating or whatever, you're going to want to make your makeup last the whole time you're out. So I'm going to be using a primer. I'm using the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer, and this stuff is really good and pretty cheap. You can get it at like Ulta or Target, wherever they sell NYX. Once again, just apply this all over your face. Foundation you would like to use. I personally have been loving the Tarte Amazonian Clay. It's a full coverage foundation, but it doesn't go on too heavy, and this is really good for my dry skin. But if you want to use a drugstore foundation or whatever, that's fine. If you want to use a lighter shade of makeup to make your face very pale like Elsa's, then you could do that. I personally have very pale skin already, so I don't need to do that. But yeah, I'm going to be using the Tarte foundation, and this stuff is amazing. I love it. I definitely recommend it. And I'm going to be using this e.l.f. little kabuki foundation type of brush thingy thing, and I'm just going to apply it all over my face. Ahead and apply like kind of almost like a second layer of foundation, just because we want to get that really porcelain, very fair princess-like skin, because that is what is basically going to be the basis for this entire look. It's her very fair porcelain-like skin. Next, I'm going to go in with concealer to highlight and cover up some dark spots and some blemishes. So I'm going to be using the Coastal Scents Camouflage Palette, and this thing is a hot mess, but I'm going to be using this lightest shade right there, or no, actually I'm going to use this second lightest shade. That one would be better, I think. So first I'm just going to apply the concealer underneath my eyes to cover up any dark spots, and because I got up very early this morning for beauty school, so I'm a little tired, so my eyes might need a little brightening. Foundation with a powder. I'm using the Sonia Kashuk Undetectable Pressed Powder, and it's pretty basic, just looks like that. And I'm using this Eco Tools little face brush, and I'm gonna apply this all over my face, and especially under the eyes because I just used a great deal of concealer. Invest in some studio lighting, because like the shadows and stuff, I don't like that. I like to have even lighting, so I think I'm going to invest in that, so hopefully I will have that soon for these videos. Doing my contouring and not really bronzing because Elsa obviously doesn't have any bronze to her skin, but she obviously has very nice facial features, so we're going to be doing some contouring. This is totally optional, but I feel like it really enhances the look. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder Duo in Turks Caicos, and it just looks like this. Shimmer doesn't really show up on the face, so I really like that, and I've been using this bronzer for many years. I've repurchased it a few times and I really love it. So I'm using this Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to do the contouring, and this brush is phenomenal. I definitely recommend it. But I'm going to be contouring in the hollows of my cheeks, which I think is the most important place of contouring if you want to have skin like a princess. Hollows of the cheeks are the biggest area you're going to want to contour. This lighting is so horrendous right now. Can we just take a moment? I really hope that this turns out good because I'm getting upset. I'm going to contour very lightly around my temples. Very lightly, because we don't really want to look like we're bronzing, because Elsa's very fair, so we're going to just contour the face a bit. And then since Elsa has a very tiny nose, we're going to do some contouring down the nose. So I'm just gonna take this Urban Decay, this brush came in the Naked 3 palette, and I'm just gonna get some bronzer on the tip of that brush and just go down the sides of the nose. And this is just gonna create a smaller little button nose, hopefully. And then you can just go ahead and blend that out. I'm going to go back to the brush that I used to do my powder, and I'm going to use this to contour the jawline a little bit. Nothing crazy. And then use that to blend out my contour. Moving on to blush, I'm going to be using my Coastal Scents 10 blush palette, and I'm going to be using a bright pink blush, so I think I'm going to be using that one. And wow, that's really, really bright. You see that? I'm going to be using this Real Techniques, I don't know the name of it, but it's just a big fluffy brush. And just applying this all over the cheek area, right from the apples all the way up to the temples. And this is just going to give that flushed look that you would get if you were out in the cold or if you were Elsa. So I'm just going to do that, and then we're going to go right over the nose, because if you were out in the cold, your nose would get a little red, and that's kind of the look we're going for, that flushed look. So now that we're getting on to the eyes, I moved you guys in a bit closer, so we're real up close and personal now. But I'm going to be doing my eyebrows, and I'm kind of just going to do them how I normally do them. If you are going for the more costumey look, then you could reshape your brows or fill them in darker or whatever you would like to do. Me, I'm kind of just going to do them how I normally do them. Maybe just fill them in a bit darker. Taking the Tartelette palette, and I'm going to be using, here it's called Power Play, and I'm going to use that to fill in my brows a little bit. I usually fill in my eyebrows, but just for this look, I'm going to fill them in a little bit. I'm actually going to mix Wanderer and Power Play together to create a better color for me. And comb my brows back out so they look as natural as possible. Applying an eye primer, and this is very important if you want to have a good looking eyeshadow and if you want it to last long. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. You can use any primer you want. Also a great primer from e.l.f., which I believe is about $1. So if you want to go with something much cheaper, that's fine. I've heard that it works pretty good. So yeah, I just enjoy my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I think that it's a really great product, and my eyeshadow does last very long with it. So I'm just applying that all over my eyelid and up to the brow bone, just so we make sure that all of the eyeshadow that we put on is going to last. The eyeshadow that I'm going to be applying is from the Ancient Naked palette. I mean, look at this thing. And I'm going to be applying the first color in the palette, which I have used like crazy, and that is Virgin. And I'm going to be using this Sonia Kashuk eyeshadow brush number 203 to apply that. And I'm going to apply it all over the eyelid and up to the brow bone. And this is just going to act as our base color. To be using is from the Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay. The color Limit, just as a transition shade for my crease. I'm that using my Eco Tools fluffy eyeshadow brush. I'm going to be applying is also from the Naked 3 palette, and it is going to be the shade Nooner, which is a really pretty purpley color. And I'm going to be applying this as heavily as I can get it on my eyelid. And I'm just going to evenly coat it all over my eyelid. That light purpley color, I'm going to go in with a bright hot pink shadow, which, well, I guess, I'm not sure if this is a blush. I want to say this is an eyeshadow, but it could be a blush. It's from the makeup kit that I was given at cosmetology school, but I think that the color is perfect for the crease color that kind of looks like the one that Elsa had. So I'm just going to be using this in my crease. Going in with that color and you look a little bit crazy, you're gonna go in on the eyelid and do a shimmery color. So I'm going to be using the color Dust from the Naked 3 palette because it's kind of like pixie dust, I guess you could say. That's what it reminds me of when I put it on. And I'm going to be applying this pretty generously all over the eyelid. Okay, so since that's not coming up as bright as I would like it to, I'm going to be applying a little bit of the color Buzz, which is right there, right here. And I'm also going to apply that all over the eyelid. Into the crease with that purpley color Nooner that I used all over the lid a little bit earlier in the crease, and I'm going to be using that color just to soften up that hot pink. This is just going to help transition that hot pink a bit because it was a little bit bright and kind of didn't transition very smoothly, as you could tell. Then I'm going to take that color Nooner and I'm going to go underneath the lash line just to get some color under there. I go in with my finger on this color Dust in this palette, and I'm going to try applying it on my eyelid with my finger just so the color shows up a bit more and you can really see more of that sparkle. Be taking just a flat eyeshadow brush from Eco Tools, and I'm going to go in with the color Virgin, again from the Naked palette. I'm just going to apply that on the brow bone as our highlight shade, and I'm also going to apply that on the inner corner just a little bit. It does have like some black liner on the lower lash line. I'm going to go in on the lower lash line with my Tartelette palette, and I'm going to be using this blackish gray color called Fashionista, and I'm going to just smoke this out on the lower lash line. And that you can go in and do the eyeliner on the top lash line, and you can use any type of eyeliner you want to do this. You can use gel, liquid, pen, whatever you want. I'm just going to go back into that Fashionista black color, and I'm going to be using this flat eyeliner brush from Eco Tools to apply it. And this I'm going to apply pretty darkly and as thin as I can do it, which is not going to be very thin. And I'm going to apply it pretty dark, and I'm not going to smoke it out as much as the bottom left. the lashes. And before I put the fake eyelashes on, because I think fake eyelashes are the best for Halloween. If you have the opportunity to wear them, then why not? But before applying the fake lashes, you always want to do a little bit of a light coat of mascara, and I'm using the NYX Doll Eye Mascara, which I absolutely adore. It's a really good mascara, and I'm also going to be using this for my bottom lashes, but I'm going to do the bottom lashes once I apply the fake lashes. Get these lashes from Elf, which were $1 at Target, really cheap, and it just says it's the Natural Lash Kit number 1713. I don't know if, I think there's 2 different types of lashes they sell, but there could be more, I'm not really sure. But they're just single strips. I'm going to be using my lash glue that I always use, which is the Kiss Singles One-Time Use Lash Adhesive, which I get at Walgreens. Okay, so I'm applying the other side of my eye, just cut in 2 strips. I'm not really a fan of these Elf lashes. It's the first time I've used them, but I feel like they're very flimsy, and I don't know. I just don't think they work well. I'm going to go back into the black eyeshadow and just go over the lash line to make sure none of that glue is being seen. Going into my Tartelette palette with the color Best Friend, and I'm just going to be going into crease to try to define that up a bit more, just because I felt like the dramatic lashes and liner made the eye shadow look a little bit light. Going to go back in to my Naked 3 palette, and I'm gonna take my pinky finger and go into the color Buzz, and I'm just gonna go over the eyelid with this, just because I feel like it needs a little bit more shimmer. I'm sorry you guys, I'm starting to lose my daylight. It is a bit late right now, but I'm going to be doing the lips, and I'm going to start off with my Mint Juleps lip scrub from Lush, and just put it on my lips and scrub away, because no princess has dead skin on her lips. Sugar Fresh little lip balm. So I'm going to be doing a hot pink lip, because Elsa does have hot pink lips in Frozen, and I'm going to be using this NYX Intense Butter Gloss, and it's a very pretty hot pink color, and it is in Spice Cake. Totally perfect for the fall weather. And that's actually really not the color I'm looking for, so let's find something else. NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in San Paulo. Let's try that out for size. Okay, much better. I was looking for a hot pink color, and this is exactly what I had in mind. Pink lips. But yeah, that is the entire makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you do dress up as Elsa for Halloween, or if you recreate this makeup look, then tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see, and comment down below and let me know what you guys are being for Halloween this year. I'd love to hear your ideas, and if you have any video requests or any Halloween video requests especially, definitely let me know, and I will consider doing the video that you requested. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day or night, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!
Ooh, hello!